5:40 in Chesapeake Energy Arena, taken from the Skydance Bridge in Oklahoma City. That's our setting tonight. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
Well, you look at Paul. He's on the cusp of the top 10 in the Western Conference voting.
So still a long way away from being named a starter, but the fans aren't overlooking what he's been doing this season.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, the Oklahoma City Thunder has moved up the rankings defensively year after year. Coach Billy Donovan said, "I've said it all along. We've got to be a team that hangs our hat on defense. And with their size and athleticism, there's no reason they can't be the best defense in the league." Kevin?
And they bring that physicality. Thank you, David. Big conference rivalry tonight, Chris. Think back to some of your legendary bouts between, say, your Sacramento team and the LA Lakers.
Oh, man, my ears are ringing right now. I got the cowbells ringing in my ears just from you saying that. But
pretty exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh, man, it was awesome. But it's not just another game. Your pride is involved, and it's about your standings in the conference. And also, it's about fan bragging rights. So for us, you know, it was like the Battle of California. We wanted people in Sacramento to be able to walk around in L.A. and say, hey, we're the best right now.
Now, look at Memphis's starting group. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Jang, and it's Anderson in at the small forward. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul, and it's Bazley in at the 3. Adams outside. Latrey. Rebound by Jang. Memphis with the ball. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
Yeah, you hate losing a game that you control for 3 quarters, but that fourth was just really an abomination in terms of how they played, and unfortunately, they took it out.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Paul. Clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's Gallinari missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And here's Morant. Boy, he just disappeared against San Antonio, and they really needed him. Here's Allen. And a wide open look for Valanciunas. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Oh, how about Valanciunas from there? He likes mixing in the shot whenever he can.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Bazley passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gallinari kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Valanciunas pulls it down. The Grizzlies have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. The offensive rebound goes back up. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They've come out with guns a-blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D reeling.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shakeup this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
And many fans in Memphis had hoped for a change. But, Chris, they still had some question marks with this new leadership.
Yeah, Kevin, that's because they're relatively young and unproven. Former lawyers rather than basketball minds. But we're seeing that league-wide, teams are going with former agents and lawyers in their front office.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, C-Web, Chris Paul can make some fancy passes every so often, but he's considered a great passer for making the right pass at the right time.
Yeah, Kevin, and you know, it always doesn't have to be about the no-look pass. I mean, Paul is effective by making simple, fundamental passes and keeping his turnovers down. As impressive as his assist totals are, they are even more incredible when you put them up by his low turnover numbers. Yeah, and the one thing that amazes me about Chris Paul is his awareness on the court. He knows exactly what is going on and what to watch for on each trip down the court.
Now here's Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Here is Anderson, 7-point differential. From downtown, and it's Morant missing. And with Paul, he's one of the most heads-up players in the game.
And personally, Kev, I would love to have played with a guy like Paul, who's always 100% focused on the game. Paul can rub some players the wrong way, but he's the closest thing to having a coach on the floor in the NBA.
The Thunder have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time. Chris, if your team's style of play doesn't seem to be working, do you still have time within a season to change it?
There's always time, as long as everyone is on the same page. And if something's not working, the worst thing you can do is to keep going in that direction. You need to bring everyone in, let them know the mistakes that we've made, let them know our new outlook, and ask everyone, are they in on it? And if they're not, those guys that aren't in on it, you stay in the locker room. We'll be back after the game. And if everyone's in on it, we're going to have a heck of a time. We're going to have a heck of a time because now we have a new outlook. And sometimes with a new outlook, it brings positive energy.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Thunder. They trail by 7. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
They kept chucking from distance, and ultimately it was their undoing. A disappointing result.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Morant. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Lets a floater go. No good. Shot missing. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Paul outside. Here's Gallinari. And the rejection by Jang. Now Morant. And the basket is good.
Much more than just a perimeter threat. Morant loves to sneak inside and do damage.
Thunder trailing by 6. Passes it to Gallinari. Over Jang. And it's Gallinari missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Allen's shot is off. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, a look at that 2018 Clippers draft pick and Gilgeous-Alexander. His incredible size at the point guard spot makes him one of the more intriguing players from that class.
The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw, no good. And last season with Gilgeous-Alexander, Greg, you could see what he was capable of with his length.
Well, it's just so difficult to slow up when he's running downhill at a defender. Already a plus defender in his offense coming along. He could be a scary figure at that point guard position.
Adams against Valanciunas. Pass to Gallinari. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Listen, you can count on Paul to find the open man. His court awareness simply off the charts.
Now here's Morant, defended by Paul, and finished off by Morant.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
And Adams with the slam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Allen. He's got 5. The pass to Valanciunas. Now here's Morant. Tight defense on him. Just 5 on the clock. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Adams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Allen outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Chris, when it comes to playing alongside another big guy, I'm sure you have to think of ways to complement each other. Not just him, but it's got to be a two-way street.
Yeah, but it starts with chemistry. It starts with friendship. It starts with wanting to win. And I played with 2 big guys that come to mind that made me better. Juwan Howard there in Washington, just looking at him, throwing a oop. I would miss 2-3 shots in a row, and we'd look, and he'd say, I'll get you an easy one, big fella. And I would do the same thing to him. We're playing with a guy like Vlade that would say, hey, wait a minute, Bibby or Peja didn't get a shot. Set a screen for them, and he would pass it to them, and then the next play say, now it's your turn. You're open, because they're going to go over there to those guys. We already tricked the defense ahead. So guys that are smart, guys that can pass, and also guys that'll say, hey, man, you look a little tired. Let's switch. I'll check Shaq this play.
Here's Morant following the score by Oklahoma City. Now the feed to Valanciunas. Yep, that one goes. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Pass to Baisley. Adams with it. Covered by Winslow. Adams, the bounce pass. Noel passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the clock. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jang's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Here's Morant. Here's Valanciunas. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Jackson, he's checked in for Jack. Brooks comes in for Grayson Allen. And Jones subbed in for Morant. And last season, Jonas Valanciunas, averaging the fewest minutes of his career. Greg, at the same time, he was playing the best basketball of his career.
I mean, his scoring per minute through the roof. Rebounding at a career high level. He can dominate inside, especially at that offensive end.
Now here's Jones after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. There's the triple. The Thunder pull it in. Passes to Ferguson. Here's Schroeder. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Back to Jackson. Jones looking for an opening. There's Winslow. And it's Noel with the rebound.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
And here are the Grizzlies now, following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Jones. The Thunder pull it in. Noel's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Schroeder outside. Pass to Ferguson. And the 3 off target. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Here's Jackson. Almost, but it rolls out. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Josh Jackson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Clark, he's checked in for Memphis. Now, here's Robertson. Brooks covering. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
And the pass to Robertson. 5 to shoot. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Memphis leading. Outside, Jones. Jackson from long range. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And Jackson with the quick release. Once the ball hits his hands, he's ready to let it fly.
Pass to Noel. Schroeder against Jones. Passes it to Ferguson. 6 on the shot clock. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Now here's Winslow. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Jackson. And that one hits back iron.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And the dunk by Robertson.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Pass to Jackson. Launches a 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And you can see now Jackson starting to shoot that shot with ease. A lot of confidence now flowing through the young fella.
Now here's Schroeder. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. To the inside. A second chance effort. And Noel lays it up and in.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Jackson shoots the 3. Jackson missing again. Oklahoma City trailing. Tipped away. It's stolen by Jones. Brooks outside. The Thunder pull it in.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time. That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game for sure, talks about his knack for making a lot of steals, forcing turnovers.
The steals thing is just something that I've always had a knack for doing, and just I think it's because I watch so much basketball.
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits, what they like to do, gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, GA, they were just the more aggressive team. I mean, feeding off this crowd's energy.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Justice Winslow out there with Clark. Then it's Jones. Then it's Brooks. And it's Jackson in at the center, filling out the middle. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Well, we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Outside, Jones. Now here's Winslow. He's tightly guarded. The shot, no good.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Ferguson kicks to Robertson. The pass to Schroeder. Winslow against Noel. And Winslow pulls it down.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Paul comes in for Andre Robertson. The Grizzlies also making a change. Anderson's checked in, knocks it loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. You look at Sacramento. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And checking out the Thunder, they finally found some answers to their early season woes. I like the way they're playing right now. Suddenly, there's optimism surrounding this team.
Here's Clark. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. He dishes it to Jackson. Back to Clark. Clock is at 3. And stolen by Noel. Here's Schroeder. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Anderson. He's around 6 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or 2 every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
First free throw is good. Chris, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on. It's just this is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool to watch.
It is. It's tipped. And now a fast break for the Thunder. And it's Gallinari missing. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Left side Anderson, and it's Clark in the corner. He kicks to Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Clark. Looking for Jang. He gets it there. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Here's Gallinari. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Paul with the steal. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Paul's got the lead up to 9 now for the Thunder.
And the competitive nature of Paul, even when he's covered, he still goes right at the defense.
For Memphis, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Pass to Clark. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And here are the Thunder now. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Out to the right wing. Paul passes to Gallinari. Passes it to Baisley. 5 on the clock. They grabbed their own miss. Adams' shot is off. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Now here's Brooks. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Feeds it to Anderson. And it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
For Oklahoma City, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis. Allen comes in for Dylan Brooks. The Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job. Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Out left to the wing. Here's Valanciunas. And just miss after miss right now.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. Poked away. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Here's Morant. The Thunder making the shot. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Here's Valanciunas. And the layup's good off the glass. Valanciunas has got 12 in the game.
And how about finally being able to put an end to that 16-0 run by Oklahoma City?
Paul passes to Gallinari. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Allen drives in, and it's blocked. And again, Oklahoma City running the court in transition. A nice shot by Gallinari.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
Man, how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. It's a 16-point game. Now here's Morant, defended by Paul.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
The league has cracked down, C-Webb, on flagrants. Players leaving the bench. Do you think we need to be as strict about it as we've been?
Oh, I love the attention to detail the league has given on flagrants. So you don't want the flagrants of the past. My friend Kevin McHale, he says Rambis just ran into his elbow. That wasn't even a flagrant foul on that play, if anybody remembers that old play that I'm talking about back in the Celtics-Laker days. But how about today? My thing, Kevin, is just don't call a ticky-tack a flagrant. I think we all know what a flagrant is. Let's keep the new flagrants as flagrants and no flopping. If you flop, no flagrants. Games are too important. You don't want that flagrant one, flagrant two, a shot and the ball. It can change the momentum of the game. I think the league and the refs are doing a great job. Let's just not let those ones that aren't flagrant sneak in there because of flopping.
And Chris, what about players leaving the bench when there's something going on?
Well, tell you what, the league has always been great about that. And now what's funny is if you watch the games, there's an assistant coach that is designated just when he sees a scuffle on the floor. His only job is to run to the end of the bench and stand at the line with his arms out so no player can cross him. So not only is the league taking steps, not only are players mindful of it, but now you have an assistant coach that's only job is to stand up there and to be an obstacle so that no players can step that foot across the line. It changes series. It causes big fights. It puts fans in harm's way. We just don't need it.
That one goes in.
You could do that every time up the floor. Put Morant in the pick and roll and just let him go to work.
Gallinari left side. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. And this break gives us a moment to look at the leading playmakers among rookies for the past 10 games. Ja Morant is second.
And those are some of the finest passers the rookie class has to offer. I mean, that's some great company. I think he'd like to stay right in that mix.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on both. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Paul with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Good work there as it goes. Paul's got his third bucket of the night.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
The Grizzlies trail by 19. Anderson up top. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Down low, Valanciunas. That one doesn't drop. Adams, some nice D.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the score by Oklahoma City. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him. Winslow's checked in for Kyle Anderson. Here's Morant. He has 6. Over to the left wing. And Adams sends it back. And they get it back. Allen inside the three-point line. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Winslow. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Adams' shot is good. Adams has got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
They need this. And Adams sends it back.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And Gallinari throws it down.
I like how Paul is always looking to dish the ball. I mean, he has a pass-first mentality.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
Andre Robertson, he's checked in for the Thunder. Then for the Grizzlies, Josh Jackson comes in for Jang, and Jones subbed in for Morant. Outside, Jones. Valanciunas with the ball. 12 points for him. The shot, no good.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
And the rejection by Jackson. Robertson can't hit. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. And again, Memphis no good. And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Knocked away. Adams brings the double team. No good from Valanciunas.
Things can turn around in a hurry. I mean, can't they? Last quarter, he was lights out. All of a sudden, nothing's dropping.
Paul is doubled. Jones with it. Chris Paul covering. Here's Jackson. They could use a bucket, and it's good on the way up. Jackson's got 8 points.
Relentless. I mean, Jackson just giving it his all on the backboard.
Paul against Jones. Paul is doubled. Adams down low. 17 points for him last game against the Clippers.
And don't forget about the 4 blocks. Just a big all-around game, particularly on the defensive side.
Now here's Jones. Steven Adams unable to get his last shot to go. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. There's the lob to the hoop.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
.121 left in the first half of the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. And those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Brooks checked in for Allen. Here's Muscala. The Thunder with another miss. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Winslow finds Jones. There's 31 seconds left here in the second. Valanciunas dishes to Jackson. The shot's good. Jackson's got 10 points in the game.
I tell you, at 6'8", Jackson is a more than capable scorer on the inside. Great at getting close to the rim and just finishing with the soft touch.
Schroeder surveying the floor. It's Muscala top of the key. Shoots over Winslow. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Oklahoma City with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Billy, balanced scoring for your team. How pleased are you with the way they're keeping everybody involved offensively?
Well, those guys, I think, have done a really good job of moving the ball and sharing the ball, and they're finding open men and they're willing passers. And I think because of that, they've been efficient offensively.
Open shots tend to be made. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace, and if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Well, you live by the three and you die by the three. And today, they're dying. And as cold as they've been behind the arc, they keep firing from deep. What are you doing? I know they got a lot of ground to make up, but they can't continue with this game plan. Not working.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been quite a game for Jonas Valanciunas.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through two quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Ball out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Baisley in at the 3 spot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half.
He's not focused on the D on most possessions, but you can forget about him altogether.
And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. It's Allen with the drive. The pass to Jang. And the shot goes down.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Paul surveying the floor. And they double up Paul. Here's Baisley. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. So here's Gallinari. Just 5 to shoot. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Anderson. Moves back up. He lays it in. Anderson's got his first basket of the night.
The work ethic shining through right there. Kyle Anderson is someone that doesn't give up on plays.
To the paint. And Gallinari throws it down.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. She's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
Here's Morant. The Thunder making the shot. And here's Valanciunas. He's got 12. Allen inside. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And denied at the rim, but they call the foul. Whistle blows, and we'll see him shoot 2 from the line.
Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Valanciunas is a nice piece to have. He's a big man who's a nightly double-double threat.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. Valanciunas hits them both.
And the Grizzlies in the final game of last season making a franchise record 21 three-pointers and a blowout win against the defending champion Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, perhaps a template going forward for them, GA. I mean, turning the page from the grit and grind to a new style of play.
Paul's shot is off. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Here's Morant. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's Paul. Excellent D there from Allen.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
Inside, here's Valanciunas. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
Oh, it's huge whenever Valanciunas puts together games like these. I mean, showing how dominant he can be.
Passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got 11 rebounds in the game. Now Allen. He has 7. It's blocked. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded close. Count it. And that's 11 points for Chris Paul.
Oh, the quick trigger on Paul is what I like to see. Don't put it on the deck. Just catch, shoot, and bring it up.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Now here's Morant, defended by Paul, and finished off by Morant.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Paul against Allen to the middle. Here's Jang. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Paul.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Clark's checked in. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Well, last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now, on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
The Grizzlies trail by 17. Morant, and he banks in the layup. Morant's got 10 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Paul. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
And for the longest time, the Grizzlies looking for an answer at the small forward position. 2 summers ago, they signed Kyle Anderson away from San Antonio.
Yeah, Kevin, and he's a unique player. He's kind of a point forward type, very effective around the rim with his length.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, we like to keep you up to date on the fresh talent in the league, so let's check in on the rookie block leaders. Take a look at Clark, an intimidating defender, 3rd in the league.
And that ability to send shots away at the rim, so highly valued. It takes guts to put yourself in harm's way and contest those finishers.
The first free throw is good.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Thunder. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 7. Now, here's Schroeder. Kicks it to Gallinari. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. 14 points for Gallinari.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. You have to know the scouting report. He's a threat from out there.
Here's Morant. Gallinari making his last shot. Here's Allen. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup. Allen's got 9.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now here's Schroeder. Here's Baisley. Gallinari right side. It's rebounded by Memphis. Anderson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass.
It's stolen by Adams. Here's the lob to Adams. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now here's Allen. He's got 9. Pass to Morant. With some arc. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And so it's Memphis with it. Allen outside. Poked away. Here's Jang. Adams, some nice D. The Thunder leading by 21. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Josh Jackson's checked in for Jang. Justice Winslow comes in for Kyle Anderson. Brooks checked in for Allen. And Jones subbed in for Morant. Now here's Jones. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. There's the pass to Clark. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jackson from long range. No good on that one. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Tyus Jones.
And the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. The young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him. They're expecting more. But, Greg, it's going to take time for him.
You know, Ferguson has already made big strides with his defense. The shot and consistency will come, but the fans will have to be patient with him.
Good on the second free throw. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better and different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, that's your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Pass to Clark. Two points. That one goes. Clark's got 4 points in the quarter.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now here's Schroeder. And Noel kicks to Ferguson. Schroeder outside. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Winslow, the pass to Clark. And it's Clark slamming it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
The Thunder leading by 20. Schroeder with the ball. Passes it to Noel. Now here's Robertson. Defense right on him. Down low. That's good from Schroeder on the assist from Robertson. Schroeder's got 5 now.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Pass to Winslow. And yes, it's good. Winslow's got his second bucket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And here's Schroeder. He has 5. Here's Muscala. And Jones pulls it down. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Outside Jackson. Back to Jones. .153 left in the third. And there's the pass to Winslow. Outside for Jackson. From deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Robertson. Oklahoma City leading by 20. Schroeder passes to Robertson. Back to Schroeder. Pass to Muscala. That's a 2 from Ferguson, and that one's on target from the wing. 8 points for him.
If there's ever a successful shot that still gets your coach mad at you, that's the one.
And the Thunder pushing it up now. Schroeder leading the charge. Tries to save it, and out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Their season filled with ups and downs. 10th right now in the conference. And of course, there's the Grizzlies, a game behind.
And guys, when you look at Memphis, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
No, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to everyone, the players, the coaches, the fans. I mean, there was the idea that they might struggle, but now reality is setting in.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Back to Muscala. Fires the three. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 6 assists in the game.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Memphis has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. It's stolen by Schroeder. Goes up. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Jones up top. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. On the wing, Jackson. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jones for 3. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll return shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. So on the floor for Memphis, Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Anthony Tolliver. Then it's Brooks, and it's Melton in at the 1 spot. Here's Burton. Pass to Paul. Now Diallo. The 3. It's hauled in by Tolliver. Brooks with it. Diallo's there. Offensive rebound. Valanciunas. That's a basket. His 8th from the field. 8 of 14.
Oh, I love the rabid intensity right there. Valanciunas, he is capable of doing real damage on the offensive boards.
Nader's shot's good. Nader's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Here's Melton. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's the 3. No good there. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Intercepted. And stolen by Diallo. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. The steal. And they're on the break. Pass to Melton. Brooks outside. The pass to Melton. Shot clock at 6. Ball's knocked loose. Tolliver the pass to Melton. From deep. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Nader. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for Memphis. And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, the 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really nice. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most, because even the G League and their all-star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all three of these leagues I'm in on.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Paul against Brooks. Paul with the bucket.
The veteran showing some energy. What has gotten into Paul tonight?
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Grizzlies have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. He's guarded by Diallo. Just 4 to shoot. It's 2-on-1. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Melton. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Diallo. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Diallo's got 4 points in the quarter.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Here's Melton. And the NBA is seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and Chris, music. Do you think it's always been
Kevin.
this interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the old fuddy-duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but wow. I'm telling you, they've taken fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit I'm going to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow, they have to be confident on the court, because they wore that to the game today. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Grizzlies have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Pass to Jang. Back to Allen. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jang, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, the feed off the bounce is in just the right spot.
The Thunder have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. All finds Gallinari. Can't get it to fall.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Now here's Morant. Floats one. He takes it up and lays it in.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Oklahoma City shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Paul dishes to Adams. Adams controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 14 rebounds. Now here's Allen. Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream. But there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. And I got a chance to play home in Detroit. It was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years in my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever, I've never had a better feeling before a game. Eating her food than being able to go out and play.
I bet. And Allen slams it in.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside of him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Passes it to Gallinari. Over Jang, and the rejection by Jang. Adams, no good on the shot. Nice D from Valanciunas. Grizzlies have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Here's Anderson. Thunder with the rebound. Gallinari's got 6 rebounds in the game. And there's the feed to Adams. Anderson outside. Now the dish to Morant. Valanciunas against Gallinari. Here's Morant. Some solid D from Paul.
The setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Baisley passes to Gallinari. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. There's the call. Memphis gets the foul. Chris, what's your definition of most valuable player?
LeBron, Michael Jordan. Okay, okay, the best player in the league. That's my definition. Who makes players better? Who brings the fans into the game? There's only one type of player that's an MVP, and there's only about 6 guys any year that can be MVP. But if you're talking about guys that help you, let's say, are the best on a contract or getting the most bang for their buck, you got to look at guys like a Siakam. You know, he's just making over $2 million this season, still playing on that rookie contract. And those are the guys that are on their way up. So you can always find young talent playing for maybe less than what they should be getting at that time. But the most valuable player continues to be the top 6 players of the league, period.
Diallo, he's checked in for the Thunder. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Morant kicks to Clark. And Adams sends it back. Gallinari outside. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And that's now 18 points for Gallinari.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Here's Allen. Gallinari making his last shot. Pass to Morant. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got his 16th rebound on the night. Ferguson, the pass to Gallinari. And Gallinari throws it down.
What a fantastic finish there on the break.
Look at that awareness. Such a heads-up play to kick it back.
And so Allen will bring it up for the Grizzlies. To the inside. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist by Allen. And it's now 22 points for Valanciunas. The Thunder shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Paul kicks to Ferguson. The pass to Adams. Lets it go from 14. And it's Gallinari missing. Here's Morant. The shot off that time. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Here's Ferguson. It's Clark with the rebound. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Jang. Here's Clark. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Morant. Nobody near Allen. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Oh, man, one of the smoothest young playmakers I've seen. Morant's passes are almost always on time and on point.
Paul is doubled. Corner shot. Here's Gallinari. Tries again. And he lays it up and in. Gallinari's got 12 points in just the second half.
Toughness and energy on the boards and an easy putback to show for it.
Here's Clark. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Steven Adams picks one up. Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But, yeah, no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
Here's Burton. Ferguson, the pass to Gallinari. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Oh, you love seeing Valanciunas spike it back. When he's active on this end, it makes a difference.
Diallo, no good. Memphis has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Thunder.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Chris Paul.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And so it's Memphis with it. Danilo Gallinari unable to get his last shot to go. And they pick up 2.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
Here's Burton after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Second chance shot. Diallo kicks to Nader. Passes to Burton. Just 5 to shoot. Another shot. Back to Gallinari. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. It was just our defense. Obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you later.